Hi crew, this is Captain Chris, and I have a special, very special something going on. I just got my gaming PC in, and from IBuyPower, it's a model WT015. I usually don't pre-build my machines, except when I can buy them cheaper than what I can buy the parts for off Tiger Direct / Amazon and that such. This machine is one of those where I could not buy the parts cheaper than what I bought it pre-built. So I don't know about the build quality. IBuyPower, when I first found them 12 years ago, they were kind of the jokes of the PC build or boutique PC building community. But here we have this nice foam wrapper in the box that's just telling me that they are going to town here. And here we go. Here's my keyboard. I'll get into that later. Here is my mouse that comes with it. And I'm just going to pause the video. Alright, sorry about that. This is a jump in the time. My baby was crying, and as a stay-at-home dad, I tend to her first. Oh boy. Can you come in a little closer to get this? So here we have the computer case. Oh, there we go. Get that original box out. Oh boy. So I seem to have lost my knife in this whole thing. There we go. So we have the Phantom 410 certified mid-range tower chases here, which is what it's packaged in. Now, when I ordered it, it was in black, so I'm thinking it's in black. If you haven't seen the specs on this case, it looks really good. Like a really solid case. This is probably the last case I'll ever buy because I've been using a Cooler Master like 410 or something like that since back in the day, since all my pre-built rigs. And this is probably the only case that's going to supplant the build quality of that case. It's not an aluminum case, which is kind of a meh thing for me, but it is something good still. So let's get this nice tight styrofoam pack. So if you buy this from IBuyPower, they do know how to ship these machines very well. So I'll get this box out of the way so I can get some more room here. Just gotta wedge it out. So in this machine we have a GTX 960 from NVIDIA, and basically I was torn between going with an ATI card or an NVIDIA card, but I chose the 960 over the Radeon 7770 because of the power consumption with the 960. You might get a comparable frame rate, and the ATI card might be literally a little bit, might actually beat it out performance-wise. But this Maxwell architecture in the GTA 960 literally makes it so this machine consumes probably, or its GPU consumes about 30 to 40% less power. Now this is an amazing feature of computer architecture, because we haven't seen a GPU that puts out the performance like this without this power consumption since probably 2005. We've seen, because the peak power consumption, from what I've been reading on Tom's of the 960, is around 140 watts, which is a huge difference between the more modern GPUs like the 970, 980 at the time of this recording, which record significantly more power. So here we go. This is the case itself. We come in. So on the case, come in so we can see the ports and stuff on top.
Okay, I was zooming, but okay.
Yeah. We have two USB 3.0s, two USB 2.0s right on top of the case. Fan speed controller. Power button, I assume, and reset. And liquid cooled in the 120 mm fan here. So far, from what I can see, so please read before turning on dual system. I will get to that in a bit. Oh, and I can't see inside of the window to see the whole organization of that. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I will need to find a screwdriver. I'm just going to pause the video there and come back when I have the screwdriver. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and upon inspection, I thought I read this, but the screws are actually screwdriverless screws. So you don't really need, they're thumb screws, you don't really need that. So I'm just going to continue on with the unboxing. So here we have the side panel / window. And let's get this foam out here. And I was curious how this would work, and they custom molded it. So here we have the inside of the machine, the GTX 960, the high power 600 watt power supply. That's an ASRock Z97 anniversary motherboard with 16 gigabytes DDR3 with still 2 RAM slots open. So this is an important part of PC building here. If you're aligning RAM slots, you have to go every other. Otherwise, they will not be configured correctly. Also, don't touch any of these parts in here without gloves on or without grounding yourself, because you could damage your parts with static electricity. Lots of open bays for the hard drives. This is the PC. This is the USB controller, I believe. No, it wouldn't be connected to USB. I'll have to look at what exactly this USB is run to later. Probably something along the lines of some controller in here. Alright, so that's the gist of the machine. I'm very pleased with how they have organized the wires. The only problem I have with this motherboard is we have only one PCI 16 slot. I wish they would have chosen a motherboard with two PCI 16s because honestly, one PCI 16 slot in today's age with SLI and Crossfire, and now DirectX 12 supporting both Crossfire and SLI, so you can literally put an ATI card next to a NVIDIA card, and it'll figure out the SLI. Alright, I'm going to get the front panel, and then I'm going to get the back. So it just came with a pretty standard DVD drive, 26 or 24 times, I believe, with the IBuyPower logo. This is your lighted fan grate. There's lots of clearance in here. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but my fingers are actually going in between here, which shows you that this air intake is very good for this machine. As well as on the top of the machine, there is a grate here. It's open, as well as the side panel. I'll just hold it up. Also has a good entry. So a lot of airflow in this case. As I said, probably the best design case I have seen in a very long time on PC building. So I'm super excited about the case, super excited about the parts, and this will be my first liquid cooled machine, and I'm super excited about it in general. So here we don't have a sound card. I'll probably remedy that some other time, but here we have the DVI controller. And these are probably all the ports here. Two HDMI, or one-time HDMI, one-time DisplayPort, and I don't know what the other two are. That's not what the specs read. I have 4 times a USB 3.0 and RJ45, and the HDMI up here is unplugged, which I'm not so sure I like that, because you know you're going to be using your GTX. You're not going to be using your motherboard, and generally manufacturers should cap off unused ports. But other than that, like, this build quality is phenomenal. I wouldn't have built this machine any other way. So I'm going to run it through some benchmarks, and I'll stop the stream there, and we'll see how this puppy does. And I'll get some lights, because I'll get some pictures, because there are some case lights in here, I believe. So yeah, thank you guys, and until we meet again, stay on target.
Hey crew, click on the link in the description or the video here to get to the benchmark videos. I decided to split them up in post in case you're interested in seeing the benchmark separate from the unboxing. So thank you. Have a good one.